The money keep calling my name. Dollar signs make you sing.
We've got a jam-packed show for you today, guys. Brian Baumgardner. Yes, that's right. Kevin Malone from The Office is in my office. Pinch me. I'm so excited. We are going to get this beautiful man in here, and he's going to talk about the Packers and some NFL playoff pictures. Plus, I'm going to give you guys my Week 12 locks, so stay tuned until the end of the show because you won't want to miss that. By the way, just me holding up a cookbook, is this making me wifey material for you guys? I mean, my future husband might be watching, so just know that she can not only talk spreads, she can also talk spreads. We can cook while we are talking about some football. There are some great matchups this weekend, and one of the ones I'm the most excited about, even though it's a little surprising, is the Patriots versus Bengals game. Okay, listen, I know the Patriots are on this wild run, and they are playing incredible, just like the old days when Tom Brady was there too. Drake May is looking good. But the Bengals finally get Joe Burrow back. That toe turf is finally healed. So Burrow is back, baby, just in time for Jamar Chase to be suspended. That's right. Last week, we covered Jamar Chase and the Jalen Ramsey feud. Jalen Ramsey had claimed that Jamar Chase had spat on him, and that was the reason why he reacted the way he did, causing his ejection from the game. And deny is what Jamar Chase did until video proof came out. And I will say this, it cost this man a lot, okay? It was what, it was $450,000 almost a weekly paycheck, $58,823 bonus per game, as reported by one of our own at Newsweek. And Andrew McCarthy, let's give him a little shout out. And also the fact that that's not even including what the NFL is going to find him. So this, while impressive distance, not so impressive on the cost of what that's going to do to Jamar Chase. But hey, he makes a lot of money, so he can afford this loogie gate. Either way, I think this is a really great matchup. The spread is 7.5 points. I do like the Patriots. They are on the road, but they've been playing so well. I'm leaning. It's funny. The Patriots, they opened up as an 8.5 point favorite. Then it dropped to 7 after Joe Burrow announced that he was back. And then when Jamar Chase had his suspension, it went to 7.5. I mean, the spread's been bouncing a little bit, but I think this is a game that you're going to have to watch a little bit more closely because we really need to see who's actually going to be playing for the Bengals because even though Burrow's back, he does need some weapons. Sunday Night Football, the Rams are hosting the Buccaneers, and Tampa Bay is going in as a 6.5 point underdog. While the Rams are on a 5-game winning streak, the Bucs are actually on a bit of a losing streak. They have lost 3 of their last 4 matchups. So this is a do-or-die game for both the Bucs, and the Rams are, wanting to keep that number 1 spot here going. So I'm loving this matchup. I think both these teams are going to play incredible. The over-under's 49.5. Maybe we lean towards touching an over. Oh, God, 49.5 is quite high, though. This is a really great matchup. Also, Bucky Irving and Chris Godwin are back for the Buccaneers, which makes this matchup even better because I feel like Baker Mayfield has been without his top weapons for a while now. Those two have been on the injury report list for weeks and weeks. So to have these two back is going to be huge for Tampa Bay. To what capacity, we're still learning because, they are newly back and only limited in practice right now. So that is a game that I'm super excited about because the Rams, believe it or not, are 8-2. And that is unstoppable and unbelievable. I just really hope that it doesn't end up being the Dodgers winning the World Series and the Rams winning the Super Bowl, because if it's LA, I'm going to be super sad. But hey, technically I live in LA. So let's talk about one more game that I'm super pumped about. Colts versus Chiefs, baby. Oh, this is such a good matchup. Honestly, I was a bit surprised that the Chiefs were a 9.5-point favorite going into the week as it opened the spread, because once the Chiefs lost to the Broncos, that spread quickly dropped to 3.5 points. So the Chiefs are right now a 3.5-point home favorite. And the Colts, man, I just loving this team. I think they're fresh off a bye, and the Kansas City Chiefs have about a 40% chance right now of missing postseason. They are 5-5. And they're going up against an 8-2 Indianapolis Colts team. This is a really hard matchup. I know that the Chiefs really need it, and that's the only reason why I'm leaning towards maybe it's the Chiefs that take the win. But then again, the Colts have just been playing incredible. Oof, Chiefs or the Colts? Chiefs or the Colts? This is a really tough decision, but I will be making a final pick. So stay tuned to the end of the show for my locks of the week. I'm thrilled to welcome our guest today. He is the author of a best-selling cookbook. He is an amazingly talented actor, and he also now has the #1 funniest golf podcast in the world. And I have to say, I watched it. It's pretty good. We Need a Fourth. And I am actually auditioning right now to be the fourth because he is the best character on The Office, my favorite. Kevin Malone, but we know him as Brian Baumgartner. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I have to just tell you before we start, because I am a little verklempt and nervous because I am such a fan of you. I am actually low-key wearing socks of you with chili.
My God. You have me on your feet.
I have you on my feet.
Wow. Look at that.
I know.
I've seen those before.
You have?
Yes. Never hidden under white leather boots. So
well,
congratulations.
yes, thank you. You know, it's so funny, actually. I was Dwight for Halloween one year.
You were?
I was.
Why not Kevin?
You see, it's funny you say that. I'm going to be Kevin now, and I want to actually get a big pot of chili. I think this would be like the ultimate Halloween costume to pass out cups of chili to guests.
Yes, you would crush it.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a costume
we
and
look
a
so
gift.
much alike. It's perfect.
Listen, I was Andy Reid for Halloween last year, so I mean, I love committing to a costume. I think being our favorite character in something is kind of like you get to dress up once a year. I will say that when I was Dwight for Halloween, it was in LA, and it did not go appreciated. Yeah, I was very overdressed. Yeah. And also, to be honest with you, I don't really think Rain appreciated it as much. I really was kind of hoping he'd be like, you genius, but I'm sure you guys get this all the time, don't you?
There are a lot of costumes at Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of costumes at Halloween.
Yes. And has anyone ever mistaken you, though, for somebody else, like a different celebrity?
No, I don't know. I mean, look, my head is pretty distinctive, so if I'm not wearing the hat, people point me out pretty quick.
Well, listen, I have a lot of ground I want to cover with you.
Okay.
And we are very limited on time. So I'm going to rapid fire off a couple of questions, kind of get the audience to know you ASAP. So ready for this?
I'm ready.
Ready. Okay.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Favorite sport to watch on TV?
Football.
Favorite sport to play?
Golf.
Whose jersey are you wearing the most?
I don't know. This is a little controversial, but I don't really wear the jerseys. I wear the gear.
Okay.
I prefer
You're not a jersey guy.
I prefer to have my own name on my back.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay. What's your golf handicap?
8.2 index right now.
Okay. Favorite golfer right now?
Man, I've gotten to know a bunch of the guys. Justin Thomas is incredible. I'm going to go right now just because he's the best player in the world right now, Scotty Scheffler.
Oh, yeah. He is so good. All-time favorite NFL player?
I'll go with Aaron Rodgers.
You will. Okay. Well, that'll come to questions I have in a little bit. All right. Have you ever been to a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Do you prefer watching sports at home or in the madness?
It's a great question. This last weekend was at the University of Georgia, Texas football game. It was an absolute blast. I like going for the spectacle. It's way easier to watch on television. Football.
Oh, yeah. It's beautifully
Baseball
done.
is better in the stadium.
Agreed.
Basketball in Madison Square Garden is the best.
It is.
But yeah, I like to go for the spectacle, for the fun, but I like watching it on television.
Okay. Do you have any hidden talents that people might be surprised by?
Probably if you didn't know that I golf, that would probably be one. A lot of the hidden talents were actually shown on The Office over the years that I can really shoot the rock. Any other? Yeah, I'll go with you. Probably wouldn't think that I could hit 13 in a row from the free throw line.
Oh, so you're that guy that if they call up, like if you're sitting in the seats and they bring you down and you have to shoot, you're winning. You're winning the prize.
I'll make it.
Oh, nice. Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty good. I'm terrible at basketball. You would think I'd be good at basketball because I'm a Jolly Green Giant, but I'm awful and uncoordinated and a little clumsy.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll make kids that are good athletes, but I personally just didn't come out athletic. Okay. Dead or alive, who would you want to meet?
Wow. I would love to hang out, play golf with Tiger Woods.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
For some reason, when you said dead or alive, I thought I had to be someone dead. But
yeah, exactly.
Tiger Woods. I would like to play golf with Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods playing golf now, probably even better because you could possibly even beat him.
No,
I think you could. With that 8 handicap, I don't know.
Maybe if he gave me strokes.
I love it. Okay, and what is the one food you will absolutely not eat? Is it broccoli?
It is not broccoli. I actually enjoy broccoli.
I love broccoli.
I like broccoli a lot. I'm not into the I don't know, wet leafy vegetables.
Okay.
So like cooked
spinach.
Well, spinach is okay, but like chard or collard greens.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Fair. And what is your real stance on mini donuts?
Mini donuts are smaller version of real donuts.
I know. You don't like them? I know you have said it's a smaller version of cake.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they are absolutely delicious and bite-sized, and it's like you don't even need... I almost actually brought you mini donuts, I'm not going to lie.
Thank you.
But then I was like, if you actually don't like them, then that would be an insult. So I needed to... Okay, so you do like mini donuts. Yes. All right. I love that. All right, final question. How did you feel when the Packers chose Jordan Love over Aaron Rodgers? And I feel like I know now.
Well... look, I think that they made a decision, as they did early on, that they were going to think about transitioning.
Okay.
And that when they drafted him, I think that's when the writing was on the wall. He then became MVP 2 years in a row, and it became more difficult for them to make that transition. And look, I get it. They needed to, or they chose to try somebody new for long term. I love that he's having such a great year this year after a couple of disappointing years with the Jets. So I'm happy for him. They're making a run. They're in first place right now, the Steelers, and But Jordan Love has he had got a lot of experience behind him. He learned a lot. It's funny, even when I have a Packers game on now and I hear Jordan Love's voice, the cadence of the call from the line, you can almost hear him. And I think a lot of the way that he plays in and out of the pocket is like him. So look, they're having a great year, and hopefully they can get healthy and make a run.
So speaking of your Packers, I'd love to talk a little football banter with you.
Okay.
I know on your podcast you talk about golf. Here we talk mainly football.
Okay.
So your Green Bay Packers are going to be doing a little division rivalry. We've got the Minnesota Vikings that are traveling to Lambeau, a little NFC North. The Packers right now are a 6-point favorite at home.
Okay.
So do you think the Packers are going to take this game, and do you think they would cover the spread?
I would take them this week. Yes. I think they they started to right the ship last week against the Giants. Them losing 2 at home in a row doesn't happen very often. I wish I was cool enough to pull that year that last happened out. I can't do it right now, but them coming back home, playing the Vikings. I mean, look, the Vikings have so much talent on both sides of the ball. They have a young quarterback. And, when you come up against a defense like the Packers, and the Packers do have a good defense, on the road, I think it's even more difficult for the young quarterback. So, yeah, I think they're going to put a hurt down on the Vikings this week.
What do you think the Packers do you think they have a real shot at winning the Super Bowl or even the division? I mean, the division is so tough. You've got the Lions, and the Vikings, the Vikings are dead last, let's be real, but also the Bears, who have weirdly are on a 5-game win streak. Like, when has this ever happened? With the Bears right now are 7-3, leading the NFC North.
Yes.
Who would have thought that happened?
Not me.
And not Aaron Rodgers, who owns them. I own you. I still own you.
Look, the division is great. I think the Bears, I mean, almost every one of their games, you can't understand how they won, including last week. But, yep, they sit atop the division. They have still played the Packers twice, I believe. And, look, the Lions, I think actually, and I hope the Packers don't look past Minnesota this week. I think that the game that everybody wants to see on Thanksgiving with Detroit and the Packers is going to be incredible. And I think that will go a long way to determine who's going to win the division. I mean, the Packers, having beaten them once already, they can beat them in Detroit on Thanksgiving. I think they'll serve notice as long as they can hold this week. And I hope they don't look past the Vikings this week.
Is football big in your family? Like, do you guys watch it around Thanksgiving? Like, do you sit there and...
Well, I host Thanksgiving at my house so that I have control over, one, the TV
and the remote,
and two, what time we eat. So,
okay.
Yes.
I love that. Our family is a little bit of everybody. There's, we have Commanders fans, we have Giants fans, there's everybody, but mainly we're Eagles. So, my Eagles are going to be taking on the Cowboys, and they're in Dallas. Is there, I actually was surprised that the Lions didn't beat us last week, but I'm leaning towards taking the Eagles to cover. Do you think that would be a good, smart choice?
What's the line there? You have
3
your
points.
computer.
3 points, but they're away. They're in Dallas.
Look,
it's a division rivalry, so I never liked those.
Yes, it's hard to give up more than 3 points. I think that, look, I was not a Cowboys believer at the beginning.
Yeah.
I do think with their trades, I do think they've gotten much better.
Yeah.
And it's a sneaky situation for them at home. And look, I think they look at the schedule here. It's really tough for them, but I think they have an opportunity. They have an opportunity to, again, sort of like the Packers and the Lions, to serve notice if they can win.
So just one last question, since, you are apparently an Aaron Rodgers fan, which is what turned you into a Green Bay Packers fan, which is wild to me because you grew up in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But, Aaron Rodgers, with his wrist injury, he might not be playing, but if he is, he will be going up against the Bears, which is the team that he owns. So, do you think that Aaron Rodgers still has it, or do you think that he's done and maybe he should retire and maybe host Jeopardy? Because I know that's his real dream. We all know that's his real dream.
I have no insider information at all.
Are you sure?
I do think it's worth noting that before he even signed with the Steelers, one of the quotes that got a lot of attention was about going back to Chicago this year, and people looked at the schedule and saw that the Steelers were playing in Chicago. Look, I know he wants to play because of that, whether he can or not. I mean, he has a fracture in his wrist. We'll see what happens. I hope he does. I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun for the NFL. So
I would love to see him play against him, especially not Rudolph. Ugh, Rudolph.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think that it's got to be Aaron Rodgers against the Bears. So I'm hoping.
Me too.
But listen, Brian, I'd love to keep you and chat with you longer, but I have to say thank you so much. It was a pleasure getting to know you and getting to hear your takes on football. And everyone, you need to check out We Need a Fourth with Brian, Cooper Manning, and Kenny Mayne. New episodes are on SiriusXM Golf and YouTube. They drop every Monday. And thank you so much for being all in with us here at Newsweek. And thank you. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Good luck to the Eagles.
Yeah, there's always next year if not.
Yeah.
There's always next year. And now it's time for my locks of the week, where I give you my pick 6. Let's start things off with my Philadelphia Eagles because I feel like I owe them an apology. I really thought the Lions were going to beat us. And even though we're winning ugly, we're still somehow winning. So I think I like the Eagles to win this week and to cover. Besides, I can't physically even think about the Cowboys beating us. It just gives me the ugh. So I'm taking the Eagles to win, and I'm taking them to cover the 3-point spread. Spread them. Another team I like to cover the spread is going to be the Rams. They're home. They're a 6.5-point favorite, and honestly, I think they're going to win easily by a touchdown. So I'm going to take the Rams to win and cover. And I also like the Bears at home to win and cover. Wow, I am taking a lot of spreadums. So yeah, I'm going Bears, which I feel a little guilty about since obviously the Packers and the Bears have a long feud. So because we love Brian Baumgardner, our amazing guest today, and he is a huge Packers fan, I'm taking the Packers to cover that 6.5-point spread. I'm a little hesitant, so I'm going to say sprinkle it, but I do feel like the Packers are going to win this. I'm also going to take Monday Night Football this week. The 49ers are playing the Panthers. It's a 7-point spread, and honestly, I think the 49ers are going to cover again. So here I am going again, taking a favorite, and I think they're going to cover the spread, so we're going to be spreading them all throughout my picks, apparently, except for my last pick. So follow me here. Since player props are probably going to be banned pretty shortly with everything going on with this legal issue of players and gambling situation, I thought let's do my last lock of the week as a parlay because we crazy like that. But let me give you girl math, okay? Colts Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown is minus 255 when it's by itself. And New England, Travion Henderson is minus 175 alone. But when you parlay that together, and both of these men should get at least one touchdown, it becomes plus 116. Oh, excuse me, plus 118, even better. So don't forget to also hit the like, subscribe, and follow button on our show because I'm Ashley Haas and I'm all in.
The money keep calling my name. Tell us how to make you sing.